professor of Fun University, and your intrepid hostess to Craft Roulette. This is episode 141. And I just had this thought. I was watching that countdown, and I was thinking, I wonder if this is how it feels to work at NASA. Probably not nearly as exciting as this. Anyway, we welcome you. It's Friday evening, and we are here almost every Friday evening. We almost didn't make it tonight because our internet was going... And we had to do a little fixing up, like I had to do it. No, Mr. Producer over there fixed everything up for us. If you have never been to Craft Roulette, well, welcome. We loved it. We are so glad you're here. We are the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are here almost every Friday night at 6:30 Central Time, and you are always welcome. Got a seat right here for you. Glad to have you. Chatterbox, it's been fun to see you all in the group already, chit-chatting away. You come early. It is fun. I get to read your little comments while we're getting all warmed up here. It's very, very nice to have you here tonight. We do have Jessica Taylor. We're going to bring her on in just a minute. We haven't seen her since January. What a year. What a year. I don't have any housekeeping. Do have some shout-outs, some birthday shout-outs, though. I missed Lena Marie's birthday. So, Lena Marie, last month, happy birthday. I'm sorry I missed it. In December, we have some patron birthdays coming up. Ava Ballon, Camille Ernst, Georges Gentry, who is so cute and funny, Jay Thomas, and the epic Smurf Murphy. So, we are so glad for you guys to... have a little birthday time and hope that you get lots of cards. The reason I say they're patrons, we have on our patron group, and I'm going to talk to you more about that, but we do have a card exchange over there. It's beautifully programmed so that every month, the birthday month, people come up as orange, and so we know who to send birthday cards to. It's very slick. We'll tell you more about that if I remember, but I might not, so that may be it. Do want to thank our spin sponsor for this month. It is Artful Angel, and she was here last week, Karis Young, and we learned all about her, and what a fun girl. She's ready to come back any minute. I kind of expect the door to knock her. Actually, she might come on in and see if she can sit in the hot seat for a minute. It'd be fun. Anyway, thank you. She is going to be donating $25 gift certificates all month long, so make sure you get in your cards. There will be more information later in the show on how you can play along. Thank you, Karis. We really enjoyed having you on, too. So we are not sponsored by any of the companies that are our spin sponsors. That's just fine. We are sponsored by our pledges and love of our patrons. We have a Patreon blog under Mary Gun Fun. You can learn more about it down in the description. It's really a fun place. I was making the list of fun, supporter, and up classes that I did this year. We covered a lot of territory, and I learned something. I need to keep that list all year long instead of waiting till December. But we covered a lot of things. We covered, I can't remember a single. Embossing pens and complementary colors and all sorts of jazz. But we also have Monday tutorials. Oh, there's a lot of action over there, including, are you guys ready? Make sure you have this one in your calendar or your diary. December 10th, we have an all-patron call, and Deanna Thomas is already working on getting me to laugh on the dad jokes, because we're going to be telling dad jokes, and I'm going to try not to laugh. And speaking of laughing, Jessica is just fresh off a sick bed, and we don't want her to laugh, so don't be funny. Don't be funny tonight. This can be all seriousness. Okay, because she'll just start laughing and coughing, and then we'll have a mess. So we got to keep that in mind. We do have some merchandise. You like my hoodie? Look what happens on the back. Ta-da. Pretty awesome, isn't it? Yep. We do have some wonderful merchandise, and we hope you have the Whoa, Whoa, Whoa shirt on your Christmas list. Santa Claus loves shopping at Craft Roulette's merch. I just know it. I do. So, from Wisconsin, the fifth time on our show. If you don't know her, you're going to love her. Let's bring on Jessica Taylor. Yay! We're so glad to see you. She doesn't look like she's been sick a minute in her life, does she? Welcome
Thank
back to
you.
Craft Roulette.
Well, I am so happy to be here tonight.
Me too, because I thought for a minute we weren't going to have a show because the internet was being so
I know I thought
silly.
you were going to make me run it. If you couldn't get on the internet, I thought I was going to be in charge and we were all in trouble.
That would be so complicated. I can't even tell you what that would be like, because we've got Mr. Producer over there, and he's got all the buttons that do all the things, and
Thank
he
goodness.
programs the whole thing. And we were talking during the pre-show that Mr. Producer made my first website in 2003, and he made his first website. He's been developing websites since he was 13. So he's a few years older than that now. So yeah. So if anybody doesn't know you, would you give us a little synopsis of your wonderfulness, please?
Oh, goodness. Well, I'm Jessica Taylor. I have been making cards for a long, long time now. I don't even know how many years, over 20 years. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for, I think, 23-ish years now. And I love to make cards so that I can send cards.
Mm-hmm.
I do not consider myself any kind of creative artist, but I do like to make cards. I think it's fun. And I really started making them because I do love to send them. And I think there's nothing like a nice handwritten note inside. I live in southern Wisconsin, and I have been married for 22 years. So he knew what he was getting himself into.
I remember you
And
saying that.
we have two daughters. My oldest is off at college now, and my youngest is still here at home. She is a junior in high school. And I was telling Mary that she is a dancer. So last night we went and watched her do the halftime show at the University of Wisconsin-Madison women's basketball game. So that was super fun.
I bet that was fun. Do you dance?
Yeah. Well, not in a way that anyone wants to watch. And my family says that I have a dance face. So I'm not going to be sharing that here. Thank you for asking.
Oh no. Oh, and we all are waiting now. Is it kind of like one of those
I
things
don't
you
even,
think?
I think it's kind of a smirk because I know that I have no moves. So,
You know what? We have been dancing in our family because we watch the Chiefs. And so when the Chiefs get a touchdown, we do some dancing, end zone kind of things. And that's a really quick dance because you have to sit down and wait for the kickoff. And I run out of breath real fast, and I'm awkward,
yeah.
and I tend to fall over after a few moves. So it's perfect for me.
Yeah,
You
awkward
might
is a
want to
good
try.
way to describe my dancing.
Awkward
Yes.
dancing is my style.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something, what? There was some silly movie on the other night, and my husband walked by and he said, "Wow, she looks like you when you're dancing." And it was like she was supposed to be really a nerdy kind of girl. And I was thinking, really? Because I was just thinking, I need to learn some of her moves because she was so nerdy,
Yeah.
and it was great. I loved it. So, you might as well just embrace your nerdy, awkward dancingness. I think it's a good
It's
thing.
true, but I'm still not going to do it on the internet. I will
I
just embrace it in
I
my
bet
own
I could
home.
talk her into it. Sneak it right in
Sorry.
there. Well, you have been on, this was your fifth time, but we haven't seen you since January, which just is astounding to me.
Yeah,
But,
it's been a long time.
Golly, but at the same time, I feel like I've sat down with you every week forever because we've spent so much time together when we are crafting as buddies.
That's true.
Craft buddies are fun, aren't they?
They sure are.
They are. You probably have a lot of nice people that you've met over the years.
I have met
But
so many nice people over the years. Yeah, so many through,
yeah.
through Stampin' Up! And like other demonstrators, but also just even, I used to do a lot of in-home parties. And so I met a lot of local people that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, lots and
Yeah,
lots of
my
people.
kids used to say, "Are the ladies coming over tonight, Mom?"
Yes.
Because it was
My
like,
girls
why
would
aren't
fight
they?
over who would open the door for them. Like, I get to open the door this time. No, I get to open it.
It's like the elevator buttons, right?
Yes,
I get to push the
exactly.
ones going up, and you get to push the ones going down. We had 4, so we had to push somebody got to push
Oh,
for the elevator, somebody got to push going up, somebody got to push going down, and
yeah.
I don't know what we did with, I guess to get the elevator back. So yeah, we had it figured out. But Yeah, your daughters probably got to do twice as much elevator punching.
They did.
Lucky
And
girls.
usually the youngest got there the fastest. She was a sneaky little thing. So, yeah.
Wait, where are you do you have brothers and sisters?
I do. I'm the oldest. I have 2 younger brothers and 2 younger sisters. And we're kind of spread out. Actually, my youngest sister was born when I was a senior in high school.
Oh, wow. That's a difference. Yeah.
Quite a difference in age.
I just have one brother, and I learned how to be sneaky early.
Yes.
And I also learned,
even though I was
he was
older,
always smarter.
Yeah, I was very sneaky with my brothers, I think. Definitely.
Yeah, I wasn't
Definitely
so
always
when
they were the ones that were getting in trouble. So you're welcome for that.
I wasn't so sneaky when I got mad at him and kicked his door when I had a roller skate on, though. I couldn't hide the hole very well. You know those doors are hollow? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they don't, I must have had a pretty good kick.
Yeah. And not so easy to fix the holes in them either, huh?
No, I don't think it went over very well. Well, we're going to do it again tonight. You have made some cards that you have never made before. Like, I remember Slimline. Was it one of your first
Yes, it was
times?
a horizontal Slimline. That was not an easy one for me.
And you'd not done that. Last time you got a pocket, but you did fine. But you did fancier than you usually. You usually have a certain amount of steps. And that was
that definitely had more steps to it and more colors. I think the hardest thing for me is when you say what colors I have to use.
You all of a sudden want to rebel.
Yeah, I do. Don't tell me what to do.
Usually choose. Yeah, right. Good luck. That was a great show. Thank you for coming.
It's not us.
It's not me though. It's not Mr. Producer. It's not the Chatterbox. It is Mr. Wheel. We blame everything on him.
Yeah. He's going to be super nice to me tonight, though. I can feel it.
He is, because you've just come off your sick bed.
Yes.
He's going to just give you a walk in the park. It's going to be an A2 kind of night.
Yes. That sounds great.
All right. Well, thank you guys for showing up in the Chatterbox. I always like seeing you. It's fun. Oh, you just make my day when I see all you in there. And Mr. Producer over there, thank you for showing up and fixing the internet for us. Heidi, Deputy Heidi, I don't know why you didn't think it was me that fixed the internet, but I'm sure Mr. Producer thanks you for your vote of confidence. Jessica Taylor, let's celebrate some of our achievers this week. But you had a question for me.
I do. Mary, what is craft roulette?
Gosh, let's find out, shall we? We'll be right back, you guys. Well done.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Oh my goodness gracious, that's what Craft Roulette is, and we are here almost every Friday night. We are going to have some disruption in the force during the next few weeks. Next week I'll be here, but then I'm off for 4 weeks. During one of those weeks, my twin sister will be here, Mary Claus, to read our family Christmas story. But we've got some great guests lined up for you and some great guest hosts, so please come and support them. They're stepping up to a job that nobody wants except me. I love being here every Friday night, and I can't wait to come back. I got to cough just a sec. I think I caught it from Jessica, just like that. Okay, so like I said, we like to celebrate. We do. We seriously do. Like to celebrate what you guys have done. Over the last week, we do a little thing where we recognize you guys that have been our leading ladies, have sent in the most submissions for that week in the history of things. Our zero heroes, which are the people who have sent in at least 10, 20, 30, 40, that sort of thing, cards. And our first timers, we like to welcome them. We have a new mug club member too. We don't have a slide for that, so I'm going to welcome you to the new mug club member, Vicky Ruda from England. I think she was our first UK contributor, and she has sent in 100 cards, and almost all of them have mice, little darling mice. She makes the cutest little mice in the world. So congratulations, Vicky Ruda. We're really, really proud of you and glad to call you a mug clubber. That's awesome. So we had 133 contributions last week. Now, that is nothing to take lightly. That's a heck of a lot of cards. It really is. 133 is impressive. So we are up to 10,808 total contributions for the 2.5 years that we have been accepting these things. We started accepting cards kind of as a fluke. It just kind of happened on the second show. People just started. Second show. Yeah, and people just started loading cards to us, and so it was became a thing. So everything that you see tonight almost has just been done by accident. So yay, it's great. Those are all the pins from the people that have sent in cards just last week. That's impressive. There's my card. Our project was a spanner, which I understand a lot of people had never made. And there were some different ways that people did it. It was really good. Make sure you go to craftroulette.live and enjoy the episode gallery. It's really awesome. Colors were vintage, and so that's a whole nother way of interpreting that. Element, you had to have something outside. We had outside the oven, outside in the rain, or outside, all sorts of places, outside the box. It was a great interpretation, and we had textile, which just means it had some sort of something that's been made. So we had clothes. Mine was plaid. I had a little bit of lace. You guys really came up with some great ideas, and I do appreciate and applaud you all. But tonight, we're just going to talk about a few of you. Oh, my dog, we must be in terrible danger the way he's barking. I'm sure we're not. There's probably another dog 2 blocks away barking. So Karis Young was our guest, and she came up with this darling little card. She had the spanner portion with her fence, and then she added an awning, because sometimes you have to sleep on something to get an idea. Her vintage colors were kind of rich and beautiful. Outside, she had a doggy, and her textile was the little string there. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be remarkable. It just has to follow those 4 parameters and be pretty and clever and cute. But we get all sorts. We love it. Thank you, Karis. She is our spin sponsor of the month. This is on a timer, so here we go. First timer, Lisa Fleming. Welcome from Louisiana. I did do your card on Tuesday night's show. It was fun. It's beautiful. Tina W. from Florida. We got to talk about your card on Fun University too. This was our first cat box card. Sheila Eichenberger from Wisconsin. Her 10th card that she sent in. It's her first zero hero. Well done. Alicia H. has sent in 20. Well, I like your book thing there. Great job. Carol Bennett from Oklahoma has sent in 20 as well. That's really pretty. Amanda Stevens has sent in 30. Way to go. Amanda's going to be one of our guest hosts. She's awesome. You'll love her. I couldn't believe there wasn't a light. Susan from New York has sent in 40. Isn't that an outstanding card? Athena's card has sent in 40 also. And then she remade that one. It's in the bonus gallery as well. Mary Brindley has sent in 50 consecutively. Very well done. And she sent us some goodies this week. Karen F. has sent in 50. She's also from Wisconsin. Man, Wisconsin has so many crafters. It's astounding. Amy Smith, Prather Smith, has sent in 50. That is a lot of cards, Amy. And that's a really pretty one. Summary. Laura Ellis has sent in 60. She lives in England. That's a cool card. Cordelia Alderman has sent in 60 as well, consecutively. She got the vintage feel in there, too. Heather Wong, you've sent in 60. Go Chiefs. Yes, we're going to get... We're Chiefs fan, Heather and I. Marie Stewart has sent in 70, and she got a vintage feel as well as a vintage color. That's really pretty, Marie. Teresa has sent in 70, and she got that vintage feel with some old photos and tickets. Cool interpretation. Arlene Finnegan, I hope you're feeling better, sis. You have sent in 70, and with a cute card to celebrate. Deanna Roquefort has sent in 70 as well. It's fun to see summer when it's so cold. Lena Marie, birthday girl herself, has sent in 70. Look at those cute trees. Her spanning across the trees. Lynn Springel has sent in 80. That's remarkable. Little Thumper and Bambi right there. Bonnie Ann has sent in 80 too. That was real pretty it's so vintagey feeling. Very pretty. Rose has sent in 90. Rose has been with us for a long time. She was an early on girl. Feline Mays has sent in 90. I can hardly believe that, Feline. It's amazing. Well done. Super cute. There's our 100th girl. Look at her little scarf around her bunny. That's so cute. Well done. The epic Smurf Murphy has sent in 101. She is a leading lady. She has a sister leading lady in Australia with 101, Jackie Muller. So different, but really, really great. Kathy Herring has sent in 105. That makes her a leading lady. Number 3 on our list, we have 5K Lamone with 107 cards contributed. How do you even know this? This is amazing. Card Monkey has sent in 118, but that's what you'd expect from a card monkey. And our leading lady is Patty Beck, and she hasn't missed since episode 4. She started in 5, and she has sent in a card every week since episode 5, and we're on 141. She is also our leading lady as our glitter fairy this month, and that our glitter fairy is in our Facebook group, which you are invited to join. Just answer the questions and you get automatically accepted. But our glitter fairies are the people who leave the comments, and she has left the most comments in the last 28 days. She's a leader in every respect, as much as an introvert, as much as she can be. She's found her place, and we are glad that it's with us. So, well done. Thank you, everybody. We hope to see some new people on our first-timer list next week. It's always fun to see who comes in. And I know it's also very nerve-wracking. I think it's like, oh, I'm gonna send one in. And then you hit submit, and then you worry. But it's a safe place. It really is. Just we'll talk about how you hit the parameters, and you do that. And we want your interpretation. We want to see what you have come up with. We're all about creativity, and you are welcome to join us anytime. So, shall we bring back Jessica and then start thinking about tonight's parameters? There she is. Well, that's a lot of cards that were represented in that list, wasn't it?
That's amazing. Patty Beck is amazing.
She is amazing.
That's a lot of card submissions in a row. I mean, that is commitment.
It really is. I've told this story multiple times, but she was sick one week, and now we have the patrons have till Thursday night. Usually you just have till Sunday night. If you're not a patron, you still only have till Sunday night. And she was sick, and Monday morning I hadn't gotten a card. And it was early on. I mean, it was like when she was only in her 70s or something like that. And I posted, she just said she has no life. I posted that a really terrible thing had happened in the Facebook group. And immediately Jackie Ripp, who was one of our leading ladies who's passed up since in this past year, said, well, you've got to give her more time. And she was number 2 as the leading lady, Jackie Ripp was. She was right behind Patty, like 1 week or something like that, maybe 2. And she said, you've got to give her more time. And there was suddenly this angry mob occurring in the Facebook group going, give Patty, and it was like, hashtag Patty needs more time. So nice. They gave her more time, and it was really cool. And so that's, except for that week, she has always been on time. Anyway, she is a true glitter fairy and contributor extraordinaire. She keeps me on my toes.
Amazing. Yeah. I hope she's sending those cards, though.
She does. She has sent me multiple ones. So, yeah, I know that for a fact she does send them. Now, I don't.
Mary, come on now.
I've sent plenty. But I don't send my Craft Roulette cards. I've sent about 4 of them, and then I started going, wait a minute.
That's because you have to keep yours for the Craft Roulette Museum someday.
That's exactly right. When we have FunCon, we're going to have the timeline of all the cards, right? Patty Beck's cards, except she'll have gaps. And then hers will look like a 6-year-old smile with big gaps in front. But it will be good. Yeah. So, there's a lot of people that do mail them, though. So that's good.
Oh, good.
You're a big mailer.
Yes.
Yeah. Shall we get down to it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right.
Let's do it.
Bring on those parameters, please. Melissa, you're supposed to make 2 of each, so you can mail 1, keep 1, right? We're going to be spinning for Project Colors, Element, and Random. There are those 24 options that we don't know what the combination is going to be yet. But we're going to work it out, and we're going to figure it out. It's going to be awesome. Our patrons do get to vote off a color, of element, and a random each and every week. And for colors, they do not want traditional Christmas colors, number 11, which I was thinking, are there any traditional Christmas colors anymore?
Number 11?
Yes, please. We just don't even know if that's a thing. And element would be shelf or shelves down at number 20. I thought, elf on a shelf, somebody might like that. Even though that seems to be a very hated thing anymore. It's like, don't tell anybody about it. Random. I'm really glad that my kids did not have that. But, Stephen is ignorantly in bliss. Random, they said in the background. They didn't want that. Number 18. Now, we were talking about this before we started. Jessica Taylor, would you like to veto something?
I would.
I'm decided to do it.
I am going to, because I can see the things now, barely, because I'm getting the eyesight of, someone that is of a certain age, and I can't even see the parameters on my computer.
Just hold that computer out a little further.
I know they are very, very loved, but I'm not a fan of the gnomes.
Okay. Gnomes are not going to be on. Now, this doesn't mean that if you love gnomes, you can still use them if you can fit them into the parameters that we did get, because we don't have no gnomes on there. It just means that if the wheel lands on number 9, element, gnomes, we're going to spin again, and the wheel can't make us do it. But it's still in play. So you gnome lovers out there, and you know who you are, you're okay. Don't start crying and turning off the TV or anything. We're still here for you. So, yeah, it's good. I know people are very strong opinions about gnomes.
That's true. I also see a lot of people don't want the purse cards, so I hope we get that.
A little contrarian there. That's great. Well, let's give this guy... Did I get everything? I think so. Let's give this guy a warm-up. Yeah, it'd be kind of nice to get it off the wheel, because it's going to stay until we get it. All right, so for project, let's see what we get. And we are going to talk about all of these things, so don't panic if you see something and go, I don't know what that is. Oh, look at you. A2. You You got your A2.
Excellent.
See, the wheel loves you. Colors,
Does
even though
love
he
me.
gave you some weird stuff last
I
time.
can do anything with that.
Yes, you can. You really, really can. Number 22. Blue, comma, green, and one other color. So that means blue as one color, green as one color, and then another one, which could be blue-green. And for element, yeah, you are team blue. Look at your room.
For sure.
You are absolutely surrounded. You're wearing it. You are blue. It looks like it's 19 to me. From a tree. Oh, and there's
Perfect,
snowflakes.
because snow can fall off of the tree.
That's right. She was saying before she wants to have snowflakes. So I said, well, let's look at some of these elements and see how you could fit snowflakes in. So that's one. And for random, don't mess us up now, Wheel. You're doing great. In the corner. You just have to have something that we would consider something in the corner.
Okay.
Whether that is a snowflake or whatever, I don't know. You also have the benefit of being able to use all the Craft Roulette neutrals, which are black, gray, white, brown, tan, cream, ecru, and metallics and cream. Did I say cream? Just because we're nice. So in the corner, you don't like that one, Makira? You'll be surprised at how easy in the corner is. So Mr. Producer is putting the parameters on our Facebook group, and now I can't see what they were. But I remember that one was an A2. So that
Blue,
one's a piece of
green.
cake. Yes. Blue,
Wrong
green,
color.
plus one, and then the Craft Roulette neutrals. What comes to mind right off for your plus one?
Purple.
Purple? Because you're not exactly team purple, but you tend to be more purpler than orange.
I like blue and purple together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I like to think that like teal, is kind of a greenish color. So
Right. Yeah, we can talk about. We've got my little wheel here. So
I'm very color challenged, so I don't know what color. Like I will say a color looks green, and my family will say no, that's blue. So if it looks green to me, we're just gonna say it's green. That's
if
what I
it's
say.
green to you, it's green to you because we are truly about expression, and as long as
That's
you
right.
can justify it, we've said it all through the whole life of the show. If you can justify it, it's yours. This is an art project, and this is not a school test. So we're not going to say, no, you learned that wrong in class. We're going to say, go for it. Do it. See what you come up with. I think it's great.
Just let us know.
Just let us know what you're doing. That's all. There is a little place in the description that you can tell us so we don't go, wait a minute. I don't see that. Do I need to? Because early on, I would kind of go, I don't see that they included a parameter. And I immediately hated that part of my world. And so it's just like, we're just going to assume they thought that was an artistic impression. So not that we want everybody to start throwing all sorts of stuff together and saying, well, I think blue is brown. That's not what we're saying. But we don't need any Picassos around here I'm going through my blue period, and so all the reds are blues and things like that. No, we're not. That's not what we're looking for. And we've never had anything like that, so don't start. Anyway, but yeah, it's blue and green are beautiful, and I kind of think a red is a really nice pop.
Ooh, paper comes from a tree.
With blue and green. Who said that? Who, Kendra?
Yeah.
Kendra, you smart teacher girl, you. Paper comes from a tree, so just using paper.
Brilliant.
Could be anything. You are a little. Were you like in the back of the room, going in front of the room, saying, Miss Gunn, pick me. Paper comes from a tree, and then the teacher just goes, dang it, you're right. Don't ask those things. Yep, that's true. It's true. So you just got everybody whatever they wanted. And then in the corner, what do you like? You could do a folded thing, or you can do anything in a corner.
Yeah.
You can do a corner of a mat. It doesn't have to be the corner of the card.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be the main thing.
It doesn't have to be the main thing. It just needs to have a thing. You could make a corner, like a little cute corner. I'm thinking of a cute little corner thing that we used to make it in scrapbooking a lot. That was really fun. I might try something like that because I bet a lot of people haven't seen those. They're fun. So, okay. All right. Well, you're going to get your snowflakes, aren't you?
I'm thinking about it.
And I don't know what I'm going to do with my tree, but we'll figure it out. So, are we ready? Shall we break and get our stuff?
I'm ready.
All right. You guys start coming up with some ideas so that I can come back and look and say, oh, yeah, I want to do that. So we're going to let you have a little word from my favorite university, Fun University, and we'll be right back with you. Thanks, Jessica. Let's do it.
Okay.
Do you find crafting hard? Are you stuck on one of those pesky parameters? Do you feel like the wheel is watching you while you craft? We have the solution for you. Hi, I'm Mary Gunfun. While I'm busy gathering my supplies, I just wanted to tell you about my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/fununiversity. We break down the parameters and talk about them at a more in-depth level. We also pick one tricky one to concentrate on and do a deep dive into it. But that's not all. We do our mail call every week on the channel as well. So if you wanted to send me a card or a package, send it to this address and I'll share it on the show. We're live almost every Tuesday night on youtube.com/fununiversity. We also do some celebration there because we will review our last week's achievement board. That's youtube.com/FUNN University. No easy or complicated payments, no COD. Just show up and have fun. If you have too much fun, please call a friend immediately and invite them over to have fun with you. Normal postage and handling rates do apply. This ad was not paid for by anybody. We hope Mary is ready because I can't stretch this out any longer. Now back to the show. Am I back on? I am. Hang on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't knock over this wheel. There we go. Oak. Finding some colors. There's a little green. This is a nice little blue. Heaven help me start to have to cut into a new piece of paper. And there's these wonderful scraps just waiting for me. But you never know, maybe someday. I mean, eventually all the scraps are going to run out. Okie doke. And I'll pull out my red too. Okay, so this is my basic color wheel here. So our colors are blue and green +1. So I'm thinking like blue, green plus red. Now that doesn't mean you can only use this color blue. It means you can do all the spectrum of blue. You can do all the spectrum of green. And you can do all the red too. So it's fun. It's very easy to do. Just I don't want you to go overboard and make it hard to do because you have to worry about, oh, but should it be, I mean, if you pick blue violet instead of a bluish blue, nobody's going to come to your door. So it's okay. But just keep those things in mind when you're doing them. I don't know if this was a good idea. I was going to do it on a neutral cardstock, but I think I've already talked myself out of it. Which means I need to cut a card base. I know, people get these all done beforehand. But I always don't. So, here we go. Now I've got it real fast here. Well, now, Jessica is a quick card maker. Oh,
Let's bring you in and talk about it.
She's going to come in. We're going to talk about what she's thinking. All right. What are you thinking now?
Okay, I'm having second thoughts about snowflakes. I mean, I love snowflakes.
Right? But sometimes you don't want to box yourself in.
I know, the whole, like, from a tree, I understand that paper's from a tree, but the whole from a tree made me think of this stamp that I have that is, like, the rings of a tree.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, what could I do with that? And then I thought, I have a new bunny punch that I just got today, and I kind of want to use it.
Yeah.
So
it's always fun to have something new.
That's what I'm thinking. And then I'm thinking there's a lot of shades of blue and green and other colors.
There are.
A lot of shades.
There are. So you just have to figure out how to pull it in to make it work.
Also, I can't see the chat at all right now. So if people are helping me, you're going to have to tell me.
Well, let's just see what they're saying. Well, the one said, wow, we can bend and twist these parameters with ease. Somebody's ready. Don't put baby in the corner. That's a good idea. A2, as long as it fits an A2 envelope. An A2 basically is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Either goes this way or this way. And it's a piece of 8 1/2 by 11 paper cut in half. Well, Karen, I'm glad to have you here. And since Kendra said paper's from a tree, we can do anything we want.
That makes it really easy, doesn't it?
It really does. Birdhouses come from a tree. I think I saw somebody say squirrels come from a tree. What? Michelle said she's done?
What do you mean
she's
done?
That's because she's in Australia and it's already tomorrow, so she's got a day up on us.
She lives in the future.
She lives in the future, and that's how she got it done. I'm sure that's how it works. Apples come from trees. Good job, Charlene, and congratulations on being in the magazine. That's very exciting news. Bugs come from trees too. Well, that's true. Yep. Okay. Houses are made of wood. Good one, Becky.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think I'm going simple, and I'm just going to have some trees that come from trees. I think that's good. Trees begat trees, yes. Pine
Okay,
cones.
I'm going with the bunny.
Oh, I think that's a good choice. I'm going with simple trees, knowing that you're a fast crafter. I am not going to...
Okay, well, we'll see.
You think not?
Now I'm thinking spring because we don't even have snow on the ground outside yet.
Well, that would be horrifying if you did. I'm not ready. It's only supposed to snow between 9 and 11 on Christmas morning. That
sounds beautiful.
Yes, it's the rules according to Mary. Yeah. Okay, so this is so you've got people wondering about this bunny set.
It's a new bunny punch from Stampin' Up! That it's going to be in their January mini catalog.
Fun deal.
And it's adorable. And it's going to be right in the corner.
Oh, that's cute.
That's what's going to happen.
Well, I better get busy because I think your idea is coming together quickly. You have a fifth element. You bring a fifth element, Jessica, which is speed.
Oh boy. I'll try not to go too fast.
It's okay. I can rally. I plan accordingly. And it's okay. One time lately, I can't remember who it was, I actually started a second card because I was fast.
Wow.
Yeah. Faster than usual. So do you make a lot of cards and you send them? Do you make Christmas cards?
I do. I send a lot of Christmas cards.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I send a lot more than I have time to make these days. So I actually have a friend that I buy handmade cards from to send to some of my people. Wow. I would love to make them all, but I think we send about 500 cards.
Oh my gosh.
And I just don't have time to make all of them.
No. That's a hunk. So do you have, like, you don't hand address them, do you? Or do you do the computer kind of thing?
Yeah, like computer labels.
Good. I was thinking you were over the top superwoman.
Let's not get crazy.
I feel better about myself.
I do like to hand write notes inside.
Uh-huh.
Someday maybe when I'm not homeschooling, I will have time to write more in each card, but I used to have scissors that did this for me, and it was a whole lot easier. Where
I remember those scissors. I do.
Fringe.
Yeah. Where'd they go? Did you get rid of them, you suppose?
They're somewhere. They're just not right in front of me, and I didn't want to dig for them. I think they might actually be downstairs.
Gotcha. Because you're kind of a minimalist, as I recall.
I am. I am definitely more creative the fewer supplies that I have.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think that's real smart. One, it's real smart to know about yourself. And two, I think people do tend to, once they have, pull it in just a little bit, just like using 4 parameters, it takes a lot of the pressure off, a lot of the decision pressure.
It does. Yeah, I have a certain amount of space for all of my supplies, and when I buy more, I have to take some away.
And you have to keep buying things too.
Well, of course I want to keep buying things, and then I tend to use the same things over and over. So then I get sick of them and I'm like, okay, it's time for you to go.
You don't get an attachment.
I mean, there's some things I still have.
Little favorite.
The first stamp set that I ever bought, I still have.
Aw. Was it at a
I haven't used it in
party?
years. I actually don't know if the rubber would still be any good. It was a flower stamp set.
It'd be a good test. You could be on an advertisement. If it was good, not if it weren't.
If it was good, yeah.
Yeah. I have a small box of wooden stamps still.
I love wood stamps. I miss them.
Do you? There are certain things that they're very good, but I don't miss turning my neck sideways. Do you remember? Yeah. That whole neck thing when you had to turn sideways to see what was being stamped.
Oh, no. I use the Stamp-A-Majig.
Oh, okay. See, you're smarter than
I still use the Stamp-A-Majig. I love my Stamp-A-Majig.
I remember seeing you doing that. Yeah. I remember you did that. And I was never very good. I always had to worry about what the steps were. It's like, now wait, what do I have to do here? But that's good. I have some questions from our patrons for you.
Oh, okay.
Whoops. Let me see if I can find them without making a terrible mess. Cordelia Alderman asks, and I kind of curious about this too. If you had a bucket list, what would be at the top of it? Now, I know you like being like camping kind of things and being outside, right?
Not camping. I like being outside.
You like being outside? No. Okay.
Not camping.
Would that be,
I would love,
you have a lake house or something?
Yeah. I would love to go to Australia and New Zealand.
We have people there. You can go visit them. I'm sure that they will let you come in. I'm talking for them, but sure, right?
That's so kind. Somehow I have relatives in New Zealand too. I remember my grandpa going to a family reunion there.
Oh my gosh. That's so exotic.
Yeah, most of my bucket list items would probably be traveling to different places.
Now
In fact, I was just saying today, I have a friend who has a tea, like a tea shop called the Tea Crate. And I actually met her in Kansas City, but her shop is in, I want to say Alabama somewhere.
Okay.
And she has the cutest Instagram. I think today their tea flavor was strawberry shortcake. And I just always want to go there for tea when I see her stuff. So I'm like, how can I plan a road trip just around going to her tea place?
And what's the name of her Instagram? Because that sounds really cute.
The Tea Crate.
The Tea Crate. I'm writing that one down. Okay, so
Somewhere
I just started watching this guy. His name was Kevin Lee Jacobs, I think. And I don't know that anyway, he does like teas. And he has little recipes for tea parties. And it's just in the last 48 hours I've watched several of them. And it just makes me want to have a tea party so much. You know, with the tiered plates and the scones, even though he doesn't say scone, and the watercress sandwiches, and just sounds so fun. I want to do it.
Does.
It does. The Tea Crate. And I just got a couple new teas. So, because I love tea.
Same.
I just got a couple and they're so exciting. One was kind of odd. It was called Holiday, and I thought it was going to be like real spicy and cinnamony and orangey and stuff like that, but it actually just kind of tastes like smoke. So I'm not sure if I love it, but I bought a lot of it. So maybe you guys will get some for Christmas. Maybe. But I do love a good tea. And I was talking to Biddy Penny today, and we were saying, mid-afternoon, a cup of tea, sitting down for 10 minutes, and a cookie or a biscuit or something. It's a good idea.
Yes.
Just a slow down time.
Yeah, I was meant to live somewhere where they have a siesta every afternoon.
In the sunspot?
Yep.
I had to take our kitty in for his shot today. And I know. One really good thing about cats, they don't really hold a grudge. And so he was really mad when I was taking him, and I didn't know his voice could get as low as it did. But he was in his little carrier, and I looked down, and he poked his head up so hard that he's got his little nose sticking out there. And last time when I took him to the vet, he was so pathetic on the way home, I let him out of his carrier. And all of a sudden, he was standing on the window button, and it was opened. And it was like, oh my gosh, you were on State Line, which is a really busy street. And I was panicked. It was like, no, Kerwin, back in the car. Don't jump, boy. But so I had learned my lesson, so I shoved his little face right back down in that carrier and said, not today, bud. But he's fine. He did not have a grudge. He was
That's
fine,
good.
And he was a good boy.
I like how this is coming together, but I'm not sure how to, I don't know that this is going to fit. I know that I have paper from a tree, but I like to think I could be a little more or something.
More than that, yeah. Is that crooked? Yeah.
Getting a lot of compliments on your corners.
Oh, those are some old corner that we used to make all the time. And I loved them. Yeah, they're fun. And so those are my in the corner. I didn't even know I was going to do that when I wrote that parameter. So what's your question, Miss Jessica?
What can I use besides paper that's from a tree? on this card.
Any kind of fruit, maybe apple, acorn, pineapple, pine cone, pineapple.
Ooh, a pine cone.
Yeah. Something along those lines, maybe?
Oh, I only have giant pine cones right here. Let's see. That would be way too big.
That sounds a little ambitious, doesn't it? Unless you want to have like some kind of... Nah, you don't want like James and the Giant Peach. Not to be done. I don't know.
Let's see. I just
think?
found some leaves, but the bunny kind of says spring.
You are so right on that. It does feel springish with that color and those blue sky and green grass. Not that it's bad. It's not a bad thing to feel like spring. We can always hope for spring, right? Okay, be straight. Be straight. Straight enough. I don't have an answer. Where are you going to put in a sentiment?
I'm thinking about it.
Because that might have something to do with what else you put on there, too.
Someone says a stump.
Oh, a stump would be cute. You could do that. Wouldn't even have to be very tall.
That could work.
Leaves.
You could do it just out of a piece of tan paper and just a little rectangle, and then cut up the edges just a little bit, and then stick it in the, just kind of make it look like a purse. And maybe even round the top a little bit.
If you had a small tree, it could look like it was far off in the background.
I like the stump, though, because you could just do something like that.
Yeah, I kind of like the stump idea. Well, let me see what I can do with that.
Then you could just kind of round the corners a little bit. And do a little shading. You'd have a stump. Like it. Who said that? That was smart. And that would really feel like from a tree. A branch, a rope swing, that's a cute idea. A wood stump. That's deputy.
Oh, look, a branch. That would be a good one, too.
A wooden sign is a great idea, Lynn Sanders said. So if you wanted to put your sentiment on a little wooden sign, that would be cute.
That would be cute.
A twig. Tree ring. Yeah. Oh, there's lots of things from a tree. That's what I'm thinking.
I knew that there would be ideas for me in the commenters.
Isn't it wonderful? If they only knew that how many times I use their ideas. And I don't think of a thing. Here's a Mary. Very good. The sign's a great idea. I really like that. A wooden fence. That's a great idea, too.
If I had a wooden fence die, that would be perfect, but I don't think I do. And that sounds like too much work for me.
Oh, it's not that hard.
Wait.
Oh, she's coming together here. A pile of leaves. That's a good idea, Teresa. You guys are coming up with a lot. A wooden nickel. Ooh, I smeared. Don't look. We'll have to fix it.
Maybe a sign with some wood grain to it.
Yeah. That's a real good idea. Oh, those darn parameters, they start getting in your head, and then you can't stop thinking about them. You get that moment where you go, I got nothing. And then all of a sudden you're flooded with them. Oops, dog fur. Dog fur's, oops, it's on my hand. So has it been like a whole week since you crafted because you've been ill?
No. I was in the middle of making cards on Monday, kind of. And then I finished some of them up today.
Uh-huh.
I had to finish it up because my craft area was very overrun with stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Yep. Yeah, and you like it tidy.
I do.
For clarity.
Okay, I'm still rethinking this. So many good ideas.
I know. They're pretty smart for Friday night, don't you think? Just sitting back and being brilliant.
Wait, so then is my brown a neutral? Because otherwise I have too many colors.
Yes, it is. It is a neutral. It's free. Wondering how many spices are from trees. Because you could do some things with spices too, like gingerbread things. Or is ginger? How is ginger grown?
It's a root.
It's a root.
Well, isn't it a root?
Isn't it? We have one up in the kitchen right now. It is a root. Cinnamon is from a tree.
I don't like that.
We're gonna have to
okay,
that up.
Regroup. Something from a tree.
I think a sign would be cute. I want to make a sign.
I'm thinking about making a sign.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Because your bunny could be... That could be his message in life. A bunny's life message. Amanda has bunnies. What does a bunny say for its life message?
My bunny was going to maybe say hi.
Hi's good. Banana. Yeah,
because
we had a bunny that loved bananas.
Then my sign can be small.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Hi. It's a mighty cute bun. That's so much different than what you thought you were going to do, though. You know?
It is.
Mercy.
Whole different season.
Yeah. You really did take it a different way.
You can't plan for this show. I think we've established that.
It's absolutely true. And if you do try to plan for the show, you just get in trouble.
Happy birthday. Happy to see you.
Oh.
That would be cute. I don't have any happy sayings, though. I think I'd have to handwrite them.
Unless you did the happy, take the A out and just put a happy face or something. It gets a little involved. Those are good ideas, though. Yeah, that was a good mistake. That looks better. A little more festive inside. I like it. That's very plain. Oh my goodness. Mangers are made from trees. That's a good idea too. You could do a Christmas card. Yeah. You could use a heart instead of the A in happy. Good. Gosh, you guys just don't stop, do you? Nutmeg is from a tree too. Oh, I love nutmeg. Maple syrup. You could do a technique with maple syrup. It might be a little sticky, but could be something new. You're wearing our brains out tonight. Yeah. It's okay though. I think we get a couple easy things. We've got the A2. That's super easy. Blue, green +1 isn't hard. That one's pretty. That's kind of nice. From a tree is, we're gonna be okay because you guys have come up with so many ideas. And in the corner, you can just do just about anything. Yep, nuts are from a tree. There could be all sorts of crazy nuts going on in the cars. some of those funny stamp sets that have kind of funny people. They could be nutty people. Or you could make little acorn people. Are there any stamps that have acorn people? That would be
acorn
cool.
people?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could make any acorn a person, just put a face on it.
Yeah. That's what I like. Let's have an acorn person. It could happen. All you have to, you can make, because acorns just have a little hat and then a little body. There's a happy acorn from a tree, from the happy trees, from the Happy Grove in Happy, California. There's probably not a Happy California, but there could be on Hallmark.
Absolutely. Do you like to watch Hallmark movies?
Oh, I do early in November. And then I think, oh my goodness.
Then you burn out or what?
Yeah. But I did think I am going to treat myself, I think, to a month of Hallmark for my recovery.
Yes.
I figure I can sleep through them pretty well then. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like $6. I'm going, okay, I'm going to give myself a get well card and just watch Hallmark. It'll be good.
Yeah, we do Friendly.
Happy
to
Valley.
Get Hallmark stuff. Just in the fall and I don't know. I think we got it like a month ago and we'll keep it through like February.
Yeah. And there's a lot of knockoffs and I don't think the knockoffs are as good. So yeah, they're just not. So
although some of the Hallmark ones themselves are a little iffy.
I did buy the 12-day dates of Christmas, which is like a Groundhog movie. And this woman keeps having the same experience over and over, except she ends up changing the reality and everything. And it's an old movie. It's very clean and very corny, and I love it. And I've already watched it, so I'll probably watch it again
nice.
Too.
Our favorite Hallmark one that's an older one is The Merry Mix-Up.
I don't know that I know that one.
It's a fun one. You should watch that one.
The Merry Mix-Up. I assume that's not Marry or Mary, not my.
No, Merry.
It could have been my screen name. Except I think it would be more like the Mixed Up Mary. I have another question from Barbara Drake. Oh, yeah. What is your favorite black stamping ink that you use most?
Well, I have 2 blacks that I use probably about the same amount, depending on what I'm doing. Okay. I have a black StazOn and a black Memento. Mm-hmm. And I use the Memento one when I don't want to have to worry about cleaning my stamps as much. And also, like when you're using the alcohol markers, that's the kind you want to use. But then my StazOn, I think it's so much crisper sometimes. Mm-hmm. And when I'm going to watercolor, I use that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's nice that you only have 2. It gets kind of complicated.
Yeah, I don't think I need more than that.
Yeah. I think I have a lot. And they're in different levels of affection. And sometimes they just I just keep them around hoping that I'll have better results, but they don't give me any.
Yeah.
And that's kind of silly. I keep thinking, oh, this one's going to be okay this time. But then it's not. But I bought it, so I got to keep trying. That's always a question. I think the black ink thing is always a perpetual question.
Okay, you're maybe not even going to be able to see it, but just for I'm using a wood grain embossing folder on the signpost.
Smart.
Maybe. Just that little from a tree detail.
It's a good workaround. I'm just going to make another one. Different colors. Because I can. I want red. Well, that was a good question, Barbara Drake. Mary Youngblood asked, "Aw, what's your favorite holiday?"
Well, this is really weird.
Uh-oh, I thought it was going to be easy.
Well, I mean, it's easy for me, but it's a weird holiday.
Okay.
Memorial Day is my favorite one. And I mean, yes, because we're remembering people, but also because it's the beginning of the summer to me. And I don't have to do anything to prep for it. Like, I don't have to buy presents. I don't have to cook any. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a holiday that you just get to remember people and maybe get together with other people, maybe not. But it's very no pressure for me.
I can see that. And it's the end of the school year usually. And so you've been very busy with school. And so that makes sense. I think. When we had Memorial Day, when we had a pool, it was always the weekend that we had to clean up everything. So I kind of hated it. But at the same time, and then when we lived at the lake, it was the first weekend that the lake was invaded. So I kind of hated it too. But because it was always, oh man, they have had this house all year. They haven't been out here. Now here they come. And here come the trailers. And here come the dirt bikes. And it was always noisy. But so you just go, okay, I will seed you this weekend. And you'll be gone Monday and it'll be quiet again. I don't have to worry about it. But yeah. So yeah, and it is a thoughtful weekend too. Very thoughtful. To remember people.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting answer. I certainly would not have guessed it. You got me on that one.
Well, I like to keep you guessing.
You do. You do a darn good job of it. Yeah, because usually it's kind of like my thought, Christmas, whatever's next, maybe.
Christmas, obviously I love the reason that we celebrate,
Right,
I love that we're celebrating Jesus, but I do not love all of the hubbub that comes along with it.
Right.
There's a lot of pressure.
There is. I posted in the family Facebook this week and said, well, this is what I've heard is going down at Christmas time this year. And then I saw my son-in-law said, well, I thought we'd charter a plane to Aspen. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. That sounds great.
I like that idea.
I know. I think he was kidding. But I think I could get maybe behind it.
Until you see how much a hamburger is in Aspen.
Well, there's that. I'll bring my own food. I bet that is sobering. Yikes. I remember when skiing, it was not cheap. Well, so much for that idea. I guess we'll stay here. So do presents stress you out? Because they do me. They stress me out completely.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I've accepted. It's kind of like my awkward dancing acceptance. I know my presents are going to be stinky, and so it's just, here you go. Here's some more practical things from Mom. And I don't know. I still like them, though. I laugh the whole time while they're looking, while they're finding, while they're opening their mustard and all those wonderful things that I've given them. And I think it's, and they try so hard to go, thanks, Mom. That was really nice. I know they hate it. So they'll miss me someday. But yep. Favorite holidays are very personal, obviously.
Yeah.
And Grandma Gay. Oh, that's looking great, Jessica. I think that was a great fit, a workaround. I do.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I want to give the bunny an eye, I think. I don't know. He needs
I think
something
he'd like
to see
that, too.
He has to see the sign.
Right. Right. Otherwise, he might run right into it, and that'd be kind of a sad story. Grandma Gay has her thoughtful question of the day, and I didn't know for sure if she was going to get it in on time, so I had to text or message her and say, "Are you okay?" Because she hadn't gotten it in. Oh yeah, it gives him a lot of personality.
Yes.
But she asks, "What is your best release when you need to step away from the crafting table? Is it family, nature, movies, or books? Or what is your best release?" That Grandma Gay.
Well, my other favorite thing to do is read. So I especially like to go and read in the sunspot in our dining room during the winter, you know.
Yeah.
But I do also like to get outside and go for a walk and be out in nature, because that really inspires me to come back and make cards.
So what is your most inspiring thing about when it comes to making a card? What is it? New product or because oftentimes when you're in
sometimes it is new
it
product.
is.
Like I knew as soon as I saw this bunny punch that I wanted to punch it out of gingham paper. I don't know. That's just what I saw with it. Other times I will go shopping and see a cute pattern on like a little girl's dress, and then I'll want to come home and recreate that with my stamps.
Because you like to stamp your own paper.
I do. I love to stamp my own paper.
I do too. It's great fun. Trying to do little hacks and things to make it go, oh yeah, that's got that feel. Because it makes you understand paper better and design better when you do that. Even when you don't try, you end up learning a few things about it. Oh, this is definitely a cleanup card, or a create card. Don't clean up, just create. I just made another one. I love those kind of cards too. So you like to clean up. So do you clean up by creating, or do you have to clean up before you create?
It depends. Like before I came on the show, my craft counter was totally clean. Like all I had on it was like my paper cutter and my bucket of tools that I use all the time.
Oh, wow.
And now it's a mess, and there's stuff all over it. And I will probably clean this up probably because my next project is going to be Christmas cards.
Yeah.
And so these colors don't really, go with that. I'm putting a butterfly in the corner.
Oh, there you go. This one doesn't have anything.
I just want there to be a butterfly there.
That was a good idea. This one's a rule breaker. That's my card for the show, but this one doesn't have anything in the corner. I could fix that, but I don't know if I want to right off. What would I do? Just a little red dot or something in all four corners. I don't know if I'd like that, but I don't know that I hate that.
I think I'm going to stop there.
How do you know when you're done? What is your signal
when
to
I want
yourself?
to keep adding things?
And
I want to keep adding things, but I've already added more than I usually do. I mean, I have my blue and my green and my other color.
Yep.
and I have my from a tree.
Yep.
And I have my in the corner.
Yeah.
I think it's cute.
I think it's cute too. And it's more than you usually do too, isn't it?
It is. It's got a little bit of fancy to it.
I love that. We just push you a little bit, don't we? As we
Always
say,
pushing me outside my comfort zone.
we stretch you. That's why we always wear stretchy pants. Because we always are stretching. We don't know what we're going to do, and then we end up doing something surprising. I like that, though. And it is a fun thing. And do you want to say hi to your daughter that is your college daughter who is now a consult or a demonstrator also?
Oh, Rachel, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know that she and her friends are watching. I had told her that I was going to be on tonight. But, they have like college-y Friday night things that they like to do. So
I hope so.
Yeah, but she is a demonstrator. She, of course, is at school now, so she doesn't have much time to do anything at all. But she was home for Thanksgiving, and she made the cutest little gifts for her friends that I won't give away just in case they are watching.
Right.
But I will. I did. She let me take some pictures of them to share that I'll be sharing on my Instagram sometime soon. So you should watch for those because they're the cutest little Christmas gifts that she's making for her friends.
I will watch for them. And you're doing more little videos on YouTube, aren't you?
I have been. This was my year of YouTube.
How you like that?
We'll see if I keep going after this year.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I did a lot of YouTube videos this year.
Was it tricky? Oops, I got that glue everywhere.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to decide on what I'm going to make on a video. That's the hardest part. Like what technique am I going to show you, or what am I going to? I like to teach. It's the teacher part of me. Yeah. I like to teach how to do something, but sometimes it's hard to come up with the project to teach something.
It is a little tricky, and I always felt like you had to do something unique, and that got to be really, and it was hard. Yeah.
Yes.
But you
don't,
tough part. Because not everything is new. A lot of things are new to somebody.
Right.
And so you just have to keep throwing them out there. I did something like, do you remember the sour cream holders from the early century?
Yes.
I did a thing for our patrons with the sour cream holders. I thought, well, everybody knows how to make these, but no, and they didn't. They didn't know how to make them, and they also didn't or had forgotten about them. And so, you got a lot of background that you can share.
True. Did you crimp the end of them?
I didn't, but when I first saw those,
that was my favorite part.
That's what I like too, and I wanted to buy a crimper so bad, and I didn't let myself get one, and so that was what really did it for me.
I'm pretty sure I still have a crimper here somewhere.
Well, you get that out and make some. You can do that on your next video. You can do a sour cream holder, and they were.
That would be cute.
Linda did it. Linda Gorman did it, and she made it into an advent calendar, so to speak, with some chocolates in it, and so her granddaughter can get one every day. Melissa Miller still has her crimper. Yeah, they were fun.
I remember when I was first a demonstrator, we had a crimper, and my uncle bought one to crimp his business cards to put them in the fish bowls. Where you go to a restaurant and you can win a free lunch or something.
Yes.
He would crimp his business cards and put them in there.
I always wanted.
I don't know how that worked for him.
So that they would feel them and go, oh, this one's sticking out. Yeah. I know those kind. Your uncle. Yeah. Yeah, crimpers. Get them out, Feline. She still has hers. I never got one either, Roberta. Maybe somebody needs to bring back the crimper.
Definitely, they should bring back the crimper.
Bring back the crimper. Yeah, let's bring it back. Let's have a movement. # bring back the crimper. Why not? It's been a long time. It was definitely for early century. Oh, you have a wavy one too?
Well,
Brianna. I'm so impressed.
I'm pretty sure I bought mine in 1999. So
Yep, that's about when I went to a party and they had a crimper.
Yeah.
And I thought that's the coolest thing. And what a crimper is, it has a roller and it has little ridges on it, and you just crank it through the roller, and it puts ridges on it. It's the coolest thing. I want a crimper. Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about these cards. I'll show off mine that I made. I'll just bring it down. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. So we have an A2 card. We also have paper from the tree. In the corner, I made these fun little corner things that we used to make early century, and I always thought they were fun. So that was nice to remember how to make those. That was my card, and then on the inside it says, "Wishing you a Merry Christmas." So that's my card, and I'm sticking to it. 141.
Look at you. You got a Christmas card done.
I did, but I won't send it.
Mary.
It will go in the box.
Okay, for the museum.
For the museum.
It belongs in a museum.
It's going to get 141 Jessica Taylor on the background, on the back of it, because that's how I do it. There we go. Now I'm ready to put it away. Walk us through your card real fast here.
Okay, here's my A2 card, which you just said the dimensions of. It's got blue, it's got green, it's got my neutrals, and it has the one other color, which is kind of a pinky color.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My from a tree is the sign, and it does have a little bit of wood grain on the signpost. I also kind of decal cut it with just my regular scissors so that it has wavy edges.
That makes it woody. Yeah, that does.
Yeah,
and then
feel more really like in the corner, I have a little butterfly down here hiding in the grass.
Cute. Really a nice.
And then I did
touch.
That on the inside. Well, hi, you're a friend like no other. And look, there's another butterfly in the corner.
In the corner. Those things come in real handy, those little random things. I like that.
They sure do.
Those little clouds are real cute.
Yeah, thanks. I did put a little wink of Stella on them so they have a little shimmer.
Oh, smart. That would be good on these little trees, too.
I love
a little wink.
Shimmer.
Yeah.
A little wink of Stella adds a lot.
It goes a long way. It makes things so much happier.
Yeah.
Caitlin says she got one in 3rd grade and her mom used to crimp her hair. Oh, yes, I remember those hair crimpers, too.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, 3rd grade. Oh, man, you are so young. But it's all right. We're all young at some time. So Darla says she crimped her business cards. And someone still has one from her when she was a demonstrator over 20 years ago. Man, crimping, who knew? I don't think you can hand crimp very well. I think you have to have a crimper. All right. Well, let's tell everybody how they can play. You can flip your camera. We'll get a little bit of business done, then we'll come say goodnight.
Okay, sounds good.
Sound good? Well done. I'm proud of you. You're going to want to play along. It's not hard. You saw that we could do it in the moments, in mere moments. And then if you're in Australia, you probably all have your cards done already. So make a card, A2 size, blue, green, plus one other color. Neutrals are free. The Craft Roulette neutrals, that is. From a tree. Got lots of ideas in the chatter box. And then include something that's in the corner. Which corner? It's up to you. Upload it to craftroulette.live. There's a form already open. Just go on over and fill it out, and it will come to us magically. Fill out all the little spaces so that it will go through. Otherwise, it won't go through. I think it gets stuck. So do that. We would look forward to seeing your cards. Let's see. We had 133 this week. You have till Sunday night if you're not a patron. If you are a patron, you have 4 extra days. Which, on Monday morning now, I'm going, oh my gosh, we don't have very many cards. But by Friday morning, we have a lot. Because you guys really do like having that extra time. So if you want extra time, become a patron, any level. We do have some wonderful guests coming up. We've got Christine, the Purple Princess herself, Christine Bertram, next week. Lauren Taylor will be our guest, and our host will be Amanda Stevens for that show. We've got a couple things going on in the middle of that, but we don't have the right thumbnails, so I don't have them in there, but My twin sister will be here on the 23rd to read our family Christmas story. I think it will go live a couple days before. And then Biddy Penny is our host on our New Year's Eve, so to speak, party. And her guest will be artist Percy Robb. And then the first Friday of January, Amanda will be back to host Carrie Rhodes. So those are coming. They just haven't been put up yet. And then we have Chelsea Comer. I can't read. Chelsea Comer, and she's going to be a spin sponsor that month. Don't miss a week. Desiree Coomerly will be in too. There's lots coming up. I have been working getting some spin sponsors and getting some interesting guests. We're going to have a great 2023. It's going to be fun. Thank you so much, patrons. Do want to welcome again a new patron this week. Mary Ellen Finley, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being a part of our world over there. What it is it is a way for you to support the shows to keep us free and on the air. We don't charge anything for these shows because nobody would really ever want to pay to see the show, but you can be a patron of the arts by being on our Patreon, and the Patreon account is Mary Gun Fun. That's always with 2 N's. For everything. That's right. So thank you, every one of you, for keeping us on the air and giving these nice crafters and craftettes something to do on Friday nights besides going out to the bars. You're keeping people wholesome. Thank you.
Come join our Zoom call.
Yes, and we have a great Zoom call. If you know a dad joke, please become a patron and see if you can make me laugh. I'm going to be strong. I thought of one today. I thought, do you know what it's called when you have an angry little creature? It's a nomad. Like gnome. G-N-O-M-E. Okay, so I thought it was really funny when I thought of it. I'm a cheap date when it comes to laughing. So we have our giveaways tonight. Let's give away some stuff. We're going to give away a couple goodie bags and our original gift, which is a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. I was late this week going to the post office. I just went yesterday. So be looking for those things if you won last week in a couple days. So how you get on this board? How do you get on this board? You submit a card from last week. Next week, your name can be on that board if you submit a card this week for episode 141. That's as hard as it is. That's not too hard, is it? No, it's going to be easy. So, let's give away a goodie bag. Our goodie bags are stuffed with fun stuff from our they're donated, all of them. And our patrons pay for the shipping. So it's just an awesome, beautiful thing. It's a very involved show. You really are a part of our community and culture when you do these things like sending goodies and sending cards and oh my goodness, Grandma Gay, how fun. Grandma Gay has been crafting since time immemorial, and she used to fussy cut material to make her cards. So, yeah, Jessica, we'll have to ask Jessica if she's ever fussy cut material. She does not like fussy cutting. For another goodie bag, let's just see what we come up. Who gets it? Yay for Grandma Gay. Chassid McBrayer is going to get a goodie bag. Now, you have to let me know. Just use the claim form, the prize claim form on craftroulette.live by Sunday night would be super great. And then I will get those off to you next week when I go, probably on Tuesday. So let me know, Chassid and Grandma Gay, and then you can send me your snail mail and all that good stuff. Alrighty? Okay. Oh, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. Everybody's favorite. The one that they wake up on Friday mornings and say, oh, I hope I win a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. Maybe today will be my day. Maybe. Oh. Norma has, Norma's fun. Norma's real active in our group. She's always leaving some glitter. And she has also had a fifth parameter that she imposes on herself. And it is using her Great Dane stamp. She puts that Great Dane in all sorts of places. So it's really fun. I look forward to seeing how Norma puts in her Great Dane. Also, I showed a card that Norma sent me last Tuesday night, and on the show I said, I think I have to go to the hospital for a little surgery in a couple weeks, and so I'm going to take all those wonderful cards that you have been sending me with me to the hospital. And then we were laughing today, Bitty Petty and I were saying, the nurses are going to wonder where you got all these cards. And I was saying, well, I brought them with me. Don't we all just bring our cards? But I figured, that's where I'm going to want to really just sit back and get love done. So I thank you for sending me your cards, and I'm going to take them with me, by golly, including the Great Dane card. Let's give away a $25 gift certificate to Artful Angel. She's got some good stuff over there, too. So she had that cow that I made last week. Yeah, that was one of her Artful Angel card or stamps. It's cute. Who's getting that? Oh, again, this is programmed to be random.
It is.
So, there's nobody sticking their finger in there. Sire, congratulations. Let me know that you want that wonderful gift. I know you will. And I will get that sent to you. So, congratulations all. Oh, you trolls. Just get out of here. Oh, don't mind those people. Don't worry about those kind of things in the chat. They're not for us. Those little buzzards. Anyway, bringing on somebody pretty. Thank you, Jessica, for spending the evening with us right out of your sick bed. Do you have any treatments that you do? Secret treatments for feeling better when you have the flu?
I don't know that they're secrets. I just drink a lot of water, take a lot of vitamins, and I always have diffusers going with essential oils in them all around.
Those just make you feel good anyway, don't they?
Yeah, they just smell good.
And all that extra humidity, it's always good for your mucous membranes, which is always a fun term to say. Mucous membranes. Nobody says it better than NyQuil. But, okay, well, I'm glad you're better. And
Thank you.
You got it done before Christmas. That's smart.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed we're done with it now for the year.
Yeah, moving on. Absolutely. We're absolutely done with it. You have anything coming up, Stampin' Up wise, that you need to share with us? You have any trips to Tahiti or anything exciting?
I was just saying yesterday they added a bunch of stuff to their clearance rack, which was exciting because they added a lot of stuff and there's still a lot left. So if you like good deals, that's happening now. But otherwise, their next new catalog comes out in January. But you'll probably see sneak peeks of it starting now,
like
on
bunny?
YouTube and things.
Like that bunny?
Yeah, like the cute bunny punch.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How many? Do you have lots of punches?
I have one. I don't know if you're familiar with Stampin' Storage, but that's how I store a lot of my supplies. They have really nice organizers. So I have one of their punch holders, and that's full because, of course, when I buy a new punch, I have to take one punch away. So,
well, that's a good way to know. If you have, everybody's got a cubby, then you know.
That's right.
If you just have a couple drawers, there's no accountability.
I like to be able to see them because if I can't see them, then I won't use them.
Right.
Yeah, they have to be front and center.
Yeah, it's got to be right in my face, pretty much.
Yep.
There's no secret stamps around here. It's just like, no, you can't do that. You won't ever use them. It's like my little box of wood stamps that are in my closet.
Right.
I look at them and remember when I first got them and think, oh, they were so fun.
Yeah. But you should pull those out sometime. Have a retro night.
There you go. Use a wooden stamp, but if you have one, use a wooden stamp. That could be a fifth parameter.
Yep.
But yeah. Well, thank you so much for making time. I know you're a busy person because we tried to get you on, and
I know it's always fun to be on, but it's Friday nights at this time. I usually am in my pajamas and curled up on the couch. So
yeah. Watching home.
It's hard to get me to stay up in clothes this late on a Friday night, but
well, we don't know what you're wearing. All we know is
true.
Like from here up, you could have.
That's true. Or next time I'm on, we're gonna have a pajama party. Is what's gonna happen.
This could be like
a
nightgown. We wouldn't know. As long as you don't walk away and fight and give us a surprise, we wouldn't ever know.
No. Well, thank you for having me on, as always. And I cannot wait to see all of the cards that everyone else makes with these parameters.
I know. they will come up with all sorts of things that we didn't think of.
I know they will.
Like I was saying not too long, and I make a parameter and I think, oh, this is how they're going to use it. And I'll think maybe one or two ways, and then there's
You're always surprised, I'm sure.
Always surprised. So many ideas. Because we all come from different things. We've got different things in front of us at the time, right? And so I would make a completely different card if I had pulled out another stamp set instead. There's my dust bunnies. I haven't had those in a long time. Dust bunnies would come from trees, don't they? If you're an elf and you live in a tree, you could have a dust bunny. Oh, well. Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. It's time, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, to kiss our brains and call it a night and get the weekend started with a little bit of self-love. Are you ready? Okay. Mwah. Yeah, baby. Let's do it. Have a wonderful rest of the year. Merry Christmas. Can't wait for Memorial Day. And you didn't cough, so now you can laugh and cough.
I did pretty good. Thank you.
You did really well, and I wasn't funny, so now I can relax. I was like, nope, can't say that. Can't say that. But we're good. We're good. You did great. Night chatterboxes. I will read your comments tomorrow, Mr. Producer. Well done. Thank you so much. Jessica, as always, you're lovely. Good
Thank
night,
you so
y'all.
much.
We'll talk to you
Good
soon.
night.
Bye-bye.